Holy guys, I'm not liking this weather. Cold start. Ooh. We gotta go to the laundromat because we gotta get our washing machine fixed. This sucks.
May I kick a little something for the G and make a few ends as I breeze through 2 in the morning and the party still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got bitches in the living room getting it on and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do? Shit, I got a pocket full of ruffles and my homeboys do too.
Well guys, I talked about it. I showed you the car, told you it's my favorite version of the car because they got the color right, and I like the color, or I like the car in general. I love it. I love this version of it. I finally got one. I'm going to open it for you guys. Open it from start to finish. The closest I came to opening one of these bad boys was the body shop that I put together, the model version of it. This is the actual real deal. This version of the Bullitt car does not get nearly enough credit. Disregard the insane price on that because Glenn did not pay that. But this, I just love it. I like it. I own the auto art and I like this version more than the auto art. Like, this is the one that I recommend to people right here. Everything about the auto art's beautiful, from the way everything lines up, the way the doors open, everything else. I just can't get over the color. Before we get into it, by the way, guys, if you'll remember, Glenn, not me, I had nothing to do with it. Glenn found the deal of the week this week, and it was a 1 of 18 Night Rider Joyride kit car, just like mine. Only his is the second release that had the clear light markers on the front instead of the orange ones. They fixed it, second release. Problem was it was reported as untested, but it was physically mint, okay? He ended up getting it for 100 flat for the car. It physically mint, but it didn't work. I think the seller might have got it from somebody else. He wasn't sure about it. Before Glenn got it, I told him, if you get that, I am 75% sure I can make it work again. Not 100, 75. Because usually with those cars, it's a contact issue with the battery. Because I hate to say it, Joyride ERTL, that was a real dumb design, just using 2 screws like that. Because 4 batteries sit in it, and it just doesn't go tight sometimes. And anyway, it was physically mint. He ended up going to get it. The video I mentioned it in, he didn't get home on time. So I'll show you guys now, and we'll see if it ended up working out or not. So here it is, guys. If you look back on my unboxing video, my car is the exact same, except, see that there? On mine, this one light on each side is orange. Not supposed to be. It's supposed to be clear. But they fixed it up. This car was physically mint. He brought it home. First thing I did was I checked out the grappling hook on the front. Works. It retracts and everything like it should. There's the grappling hook. Also checked out the ejector seat. These could be finicky sometimes. And if you have this car, don't worry, you're not going to break the ejector seat. It just feels flimsy. That's the way it is. So the 2 gadgets on the car work, but we were wondering, does the thing work on the front? Now, it's got 2 modes. It's got a mode where it'll stay going indefinitely till you turn it off, or it's got a mode where you press the button and it just shuts off in a couple seconds. But let's see here, guys. Did he get lucky for $100? Usually stuff that comes as untested, I take that as it doesn't function. He got very lucky, guys. Yeah. So what it was is I took the battery case off Everything was super clean. The screws weren't all chewed up. It was almost like either, because it came off and on so nice, it's like they fixed up that quirk in the second release, but I can't say that for sure. Maybe just Glenn got a nice model of it. But we put in 4 batteries and it worked. It's the AG13 batteries. And don't buy them at Walmart. You're gonna pay like $7 for 3 of them. I'll just remind people and new viewers where to get them. So instead of paying $5 for, 3 of them or $7, whatever, pay $4, get all these, have hearing aid batteries, all these other button cell batteries till you're dead. And if you have die-cast cars, you actually get 3 sets of 4 that'll work, because the AG13 LR44s work, you get 8 of them, and I've had the next size up work in some of these, the AG12s. But you get 8 of the AG13 LR44s, and that's what's for the Knight Rider car. Princess Auto. It's a little bit of a trigger warning, guys. This is all my opinion, okay? I own the auto art. There's green light Bullitt Mustangs in the house. This is an ERTL. I love ERTL. This is all my opinion. This is a trigger warning. So don't be upset. It's just my opinion. These are just cars. It's not real life. It's not life or death. Chill. Just my opinion. Okay guys, so this is crazy. All the talk that I do about this car and how I love this car, I've never officially unboxed this car on this channel from this box. I did what worked out to be the exact car once it was put together, the body shop version of this, that you can get significantly cheaper. That if you don't mind putting it together, it's the exact same when it's done. We went over the loose one of this. Now this is not going to be a comparison video with the auto art and with the green light, because we've already done that with the car loose. This is just unboxing it, having a look at it right out of the box, seeing how those joints feel, how everything looks. That's all this is. So I will read you the back of the box because we haven't had a chance to do that before. Detective Frank Bullitt's new assignment seems routine. Protect a star witness from an important trial. But before the night is out, the witness lies dying, and the cool, no-nonsense Bullitt, Steve McQueen, won't rest until the shooters and the kingpin pulling their string are nailed. From opening shot to closing shootout, Bullitt crackles with authenticity. On location, San Francisco filming, crisp dialogue, and to-the-letter police, hospital, and morgue procedures. An Oscar winner for Best Film Editing, this razor-edge thriller features one of cinema history's most memorable car chases. Buckle up and brace for unbeatable action. This has the best car chase in my opinion, and when they shot this, it wasn't expected to be as popular as it was. And for those of you that don't know, this actual car used in the movie recently got sold at Mecum auction for a crazy amount of money. You can Google it. But it was driven unknowingly for years by a family in upstate New York in winter and everything. And then they figured out what they had. I think it was by Steve McQueen writing them a letter requesting his car back and saying he would like to buy it back, but not for a ridiculous amount of money. And they said no, they wouldn't sell it back to Mr. McQueen. And then all these years later, they sold it and got, can't remember, over $1 million anyway, I know that. But pretty iconic. And it was the Survivor version of it. Like, it wasn't all restored, but it was still beautiful, still sounded beautiful. So this doesn't have the seal on it. So it has at one point been open, but it is sold as new and totally mint when he got it. He got this a while back. this was buried in the basement, and I said, oh, I thought that you only had the body shop one. So let's see here.
Yeah, I remember buying that one now.
So this is American Muscle, guys, but it's basically the same as Joyride and ERTL. I remember Glenn, I think, when he picked up his Munsters cars, one of them, the boxes were near identical, but one of them said American Muscle, one of them said Joyride, and he mentioned that. I said they're the exact same cars. Exact same. So that is beautiful on the base. Doesn't have a nameplate on the base. Now I do have to point out something, guys. This little metal thing, somebody pointed out to me, they sent me a picture of the car in the movie Bullitt. It does have the little metal thing that the green light car has, but it's not big enough that it's stuck out in the movie. Like, it doesn't stick out like it does on the green light version or on the Auto Art version. You barely see it. Like I said, the guy had to send me a close-up picture for me to see it, so it's not like it sticks out. So I'm okay with this not having that because you barely notice it. Yeah. And basically this one here, you just do the shift knob white and you've got it almost right. Like, it's closer, I think, than the other two. And it's the least expensive. Well, if you shop around, you can get it for about the same price as you can the green light if you shop around. And it's ERTL, and the thing is, it stands on the same platform as those guys, and this is an older casting, I believe 2000, but let's see. It'll be between 2000 2004. 2004. So I thought it was a little bit earlier, but 2004, licensed by Chadwick McQueen and Terry McQueen, testamentary. Maybe relatives of McQueen, ancestors that have his estate, maybe, that handle the licensing. I don't know. But if you remember my model kit, no matter what I did, I could not get the front wheels to steer properly. Like, it took me an hour lining up the steering rod and everything. There was just something wrong with it. I'm looking forward to having a look at this, checking for A, paint rash, which I don't see any right now, and B, looking to see how the door jambs and stuff open. And this has a little bit of metallic in the paint, which I never noticed before. I thought the ERTL was like a flat green, but it does have a little bit of metallic in the paint. You just have to look closely at it. Never noticed it before. But we will take it off this base, and when we do that, we're going to keep the cardboard. We're going to keep the cardboard mint. A lot of times you do not have to unseal the cardboard from the base, so it's good to keep it on there with the original tape. Now this, I could tell right away it was off the base at some point. How can I tell? Well, it's got two Phillips screwdriver screws, and then it's got a square. So clearly that's not from the factory, because we know that ERTL uses the other, but it still has the banding on it. Like, whoever had it, it's mint. There's not a mark on it. So we don't mind that as long as there's no damage, no missing mirrors, no paint chips. Nothing breaks my heart more. There was a guy, an ad on Marketplace, I believe, the other day. He had 4 1 of 18 Fast and Furious cars loose, okay, which I'm okay with. And they were the 4 that I needed. Glenn, table buddy, you're shaking.
No, did you touch it?
Oh, okay, the table shook. So anyway, so he had 4 loose ones, but the thing is, I needed all 4 of them, but 2 of them were ones I really wanted. The Racing Champions 1 of 18 scale Eclipse, that's on my list. And he had the black Honda. from Racing Champions, one of the ones that hijacked the transport. That thing looks slick because it's not all full of stickers and everything. It's just blacked out, okay? It looks awesome. But he says they're kind of dirty, dusty. They've been in my closet for a while. I start zooming in on the pictures. And not a mirror on one of the cars. Like all the cars, every mirror was broke off. The spoilers were missing off, most of them. Like expensive cars that were just demoed. And it broke my heart a little bit. So that's the squares. So we're going to have to get a square head for that. I'm going to have to break out my little screwdriver kit with all the different heads. But yeah, it broke my heart because the Eclipse you see around, but not too much for a good price. But that black Honda, you never see it loose like that for sale. And of course, it was just demoed. And I am going to put gloves on right now before I forget. We did locate our box of gloves. They're in plain sight. I knew that they weren't stolen or lost or anything. I told Glenn they're around here somewhere. Yeah, I lucked out with all these because Diane used to use them to dye her hair, so she had boxes of gloves. Okay. Oh, and those are actually perfect fit. Might not be styling like the black ones, but they're a perfect fit nonetheless. Oh, and the silly music, guys, when we're driving in the car, that's kind of my way around copyright. I can't play the actual version of Snoop Dogg with his rap song, but I can do the AI thing and make it country where the bots don't pick it up and get away with that. That's what I found a bunch of AI versions of songs like that, and some of them are hilarious. So you might be hearing some of those for those driving parts, and they're pretty funny. Some of them. They're not all rap either. There's a good mix of them. That is gorgeous, guys. I love it. I love the way the wheels look with it. Just something about that version of it. But let's take it off the base. We need a flathead screwdriver. And notice I don't got a
square head. You said you needed.
Or yeah, a square head, yeah. Sorry, a square head. But if you notice, we have all of our stuff in one place. I don't gotta dig for it, and I love it. I know where it's all at.
Is Trudeau available? He's a square head.
Yeah. Yeah, don't start getting into that on the videos, man. I don't mention anything. I'm not into politics, just so you guys know. I don't talk about them on Facebook. Like, I can post a picture of a hamburger and it'll trigger somebody about Trudeau and how it's his fault, and that's something I don't get into politics at all, guys. So if anybody's wondering, you want to get into politics? That guy right there, message him. It's got nothing to do with me. Okay, so let's see here. Is this the right one? Hopefully. If not, I have the right one. No, that's a little bit big. And it's not just politics. I steer away from controversial subjects, like anything. I don't have time to debate, and with me, I look at Facebook like it's to have fun. So I try not to get into anything that's gonna debate, cause arguments with people. I just put kind of like lighthearted stuff, that way it's fun. And that's the right one, but we gotta make it so that it goes loosey, cause remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. And I probably have a proper screw for this downstairs somewhere that we could put in and make it proper instead of a fucking square head. Sorry about the language, guys. I half mumbled it, so hopefully the bots don't pick it up. Okay. I haven't got any strikes yet on here, luckily, so. I guess right before they monetize my YouTube channel, which will be very, very soon, Actually, I'm right on the cusp of the first tier of monetization for it, and which is 3,000 public watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And I'm not far off for the full start of the monetization. It's 4,000 public watch hours and 1,000 subs, and I'm not far off from that either. Just got to keep doing what I'm doing. I took a strategy when I did this. I had people say, oh, well, you can get subs this way and that way. I didn't want subs that didn't collect and didn't enjoy this stuff. Like, I didn't want to badger my family, for example, to subscribe to me, because down the road you could have 500 subscribers but no public watch hours, because nobody's like, I wanted it to be a slow, gradual process, and now it's starting to pay off because it's automatic. Like, well, it's not automatic. I got to film and stuff still, but I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. People are watching this stuff. It's not, I don't got to bug people to watch, because it's people that are subscribing or people that enjoy the stuff. So, and that's what I wanted from the beginning. And my vision of not trying to take a shortcut paid off. That's actually my coworker John from work that talked me into YouTube videos. Awesome guy, good friend at work. He said the same thing, and he was explaining to me, like, it was him that put it to me like that. He said, you know, subs, you know, if they don't watch your stuff, it's just a number, you know what I mean? Like, you want people that like your stuff and watch your stuff. So that is freaking gorgeous, guys. Like, it is I don't know, it's like it was inspected out of the box and put back, because there's no marks on it. It's not that, like, the window is not cloudy. It's like it's brand new. As I say that, there's a little piece of dust.
Now, is that metal or is that plastic?
This car?
Yeah.
It's metal.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it was a metal one or if there's a plastic one where you build it yourself.
No, it's metal. Even the one that I built myself was metal. The body shop one. You just have to make sure it says metal on the box and you recognize the box, because they do obviously sell plastic model kits. And we know that the trunk does not open on these, on this one here. And we do have the turning wheels. Now we're going to get the band off of here. The paint, Glenn is lucky because the paint is beautiful. Looks like glass, no rush, no chips. It looks perfect. Even my model kit, when I got it, it had a little tiny chip right here. You can't really notice it, but it's just tiny. And that was like that out of the box. So we're very careful cutting the bands not to do it around the paint. This is for the guys wondering about the ERTL anyway. And like I said, it's not going to be a comparison video between the green light and the auto art, because you new subscribers that are just watching or just subscribing now, we already did that video. So I'm going to put a link in the description for anybody that's curious about that. But this is just highlighting this beautiful car out of the box. And it is gorgeous. You don't have to put it together either. I love it. And the wheels are so beautiful. Yeah, I wanted to see how it came out of the box. I kept seeing loose ones, you know. Okay, so we're going to start here. Now, we know the trunk doesn't open on the older ERTLs. We're okay with that. So for 2004, guys, look at that speedo and everything. They had it going on with this car. They didn't skimp. I think they did awesome. Even the way the car sits. But you're going to see that in a couple of minutes. You will notice, somebody asked me the other day in comments about one of these cars. It did not have the horse or any of the Mustang badging. For some reason, Steve McQueen had most of it removed. The badging. It had this one back here, but the major ones gone. Like the horse on the front. Not sure why he did that. I don't know. I can't remember. I think I read about it somewhere, but I don't want to misquote it. But there's plenty of info about this car online. Plenty. And the best version of the Dodge Charger from the movie, I did a unboxing of that. I will include that link in the description as well. And this is again in my opinion, but it was done by American Muscle / Auto World. It's 752 made, and it's just completely gorgeous. Like, it's got an opening glove box, real hood hinges. It's gorgeous. And there is that engine. It's well done, I think. I think they did very well compared to the usual ones. Like, they colored the alternator, everything. They put a little bit of extra attention in there, which is good because it's an iconic car. Even the inside of the bay is black. So it's an iconic car. It's got the metal under here like my vanishing point does to make sure it closes nice, doesn't damage anything. That is beautiful though, guys. And there was a little bit of a mark starting on the strap where the strap was, but we got it just on time, it looks like, because I was able to wipe it off. So Glenn is lucky there. But this is gorgeous. And we're going to show you how it sits. And I'll dig out the Charger to go with it. Not going to dig out another Mustang because that's a different video. There's those authentic plates, guys. But I will dig out the best Charger to display them together. Now this here, guys, if you shop around, I got one for, well, we all got one. We chipped in and got one for Dave for Christmas in the box, just like this one here. $75. I had to drive about 20 minutes to a place called Vineland to get it. And it was this exact one here for Dave. That was his Christmas gift. But that was cheap. It does not average that price. I would be looking to spend $100 or $125 on this, ideally, or cheaper. Nothing more than $125 on this I would spend, because that's usually, if you shop around, you might not get it today for that price. It might take, a month, few weeks, 2 months, you know what I mean? But it won't take long before you find it for that price. In fact, Max, I'm surprised it's taking this long, buddy. Don't worry, we will find you one. And I'm hoping it's this one here. If this is the version you want, anyway, it's like the auto art's beautiful, but it's in its own ways. Like, it's not beautiful for how accurate it is. It's beautiful for just how everything lines up, and everything actually lines up on Glenn's here too. The doors aren't buggered up or anything weird. Yeah, this is beautiful. If the guy had it displayed, he took care of it anyway, because there's not just the telltale display signs it doesn't have. Like, the glass is super clear still. Like, it's, excellent shape. So it's been open, but maybe just to look at the model, who knows. Oh, it didn't show you guys the bottom. Bottom is nice, above average details. Got the colored pipes, stuff like that. A little bit above average. But that is my favorite right there, guys. Crazy thing is, yeah, I have the model kit of this. But it's the same car. Okay, I am going to throw this up on the look-see set so we could have a look. And then I'm going to go get the Charger. Because it's the long weekend. We got to have shit to watch on the long weekend. I got to give you guys stuff to watch, right? I'm not going to sit around and say, oh, screw them, don't give them anything to watch. Glenn says that all the time, screw the viewers, but I wouldn't do that, guys. And Glenn doesn't never say that. He's always talks nice about you guys. But give me a second here. I didn't want this guy crowded in here, guys. Not yet. Because I've been finding lately for my photos, just using that white, they pop. And it doesn't take away from the beauty of the car. You could really see it. I love the way this version of it sits even. The way the car sits, it reminds me of the real car. I like the way the rims pop out. Look at that, guys. You gotta love ERTL. Look at the gauges. Showing you guys the doorknobs. You could even see the pedals. The seats move forward too, but it's not like McQueen's gonna have any passengers in it or anything anytime soon. For anybody wondering, by the way, so they made a green light car, a green light version of this car that came with a McQueen figure that actually sits in the car. Unfortunately, it's not cheap because of that figure and because it's older. But it came with a McQueen figure that actually sits behind the wheel. That is killer. And people have been recasting that figure for sale on the secondary market. I tried the legit figure out of Glenn's Greenlight car because I wanted to see if it would fit in my ERTL car. And it fit. So for anybody wondering, because it has that play in the seat and the seat moves, it was a damn tight fit. But when I did it, I got Mr. McQueen behind the wheel. I don't want to do it now because I'm scared I'll bust it. Well, where's my guy? There he is. Okay, for you guys to truly appreciate it, I pulled out the secret weapon, which is that charger I told you about. The American Muscle Authentics charger with the rotating drive shaft and the headlights that roll up or down. But this thing looks so darn nice, the BULLITT Mustang, I wanted to pull out the best to go with it. Now I will have a Steve McQueen figure soon that is next on my list. I am going to get also a Tubbs figure to go with the black Ferrari that I got. The nice Tubbs figure that Max, that you were showing me. That thing's sweet, buddy. I need one myself, so I'm going to order one as well. And I think I'm going to order it where you ordered it from this time and save myself some time. Just all kinds of gorgeous, this ERTL. And like I said, guys, in the movie, they do have the metal, but you barely notice it. So it doesn't have to be so prominent on the auto art or the green light. So I kind of like the ERTL better because you could more not notice it than notice it, if you know what I'm saying. Like I've watched that movie tons of times and didn't notice it until somebody pointed it out. So other than that, and the steering or the gear shift knob not being white, that's what I would do with the ERTL. Make the shift knob white, you got a winner basically. And you're walking into a classic because it's from 2004, 20 years old. So just show you guys some different shots under the different lighting conditions up here. Oh, he needs a boost. Just kidding. There's that engine under the different light, guys. For ERTL 2004, you gotta admit, they did a good job. Now, underneath the hood of the auto art BULLITT Mustang is gorgeous, but it doesn't warrant the huge price difference, I don't think. I love the auto art BULLITT Mustang, guys. Don't get me wrong. I've got the second release of it even, but I just cannot get over it, the freaking color. That's all. But the ERTL, I love the color, and they did put some metallic flake in that as well. I noticed it today. Not as much as the green light, but I'm okay with it. I love it. And one last look at these two gorgeous models together. Just brought out the Charger as the enhancement piece for the gorgeous American Muscle ERTL BULLITT Mustang. 1 of 18 scale from 2004. So again, guys, I'm not shit talking any of these companies, and I'm not trying to put down Auto Art as well. I own an Auto Art. It's not like I'm jealous because I don't have one and other people have one. Oh, that sucks. It's the wrong color. No, it's just an example of how I try to be honest with you guys with my opinion. I don't just tell you guys something that's not true because I own it or whatever. I give you an honest opinion. I don't even own that version of the ERTL Bullitt right now. The model kit, yeah, that version that's already put together in the box and that, I don't even got it. So if it was me trying to mislead, I wouldn't be saying that something I don't have is better than something that I have, you know? Just show you guys the setup we went with Glenn's new deal of the week, Knight Rider. His chrome chase version of it, we left it on the base because if you look, it works as a riser and it rises it up a little bit so both of them can be displayed beautifully together. You see to the left of it, my old Knight Rider car, my old ERTL before I sold off. Glenn owns that. That is mint condition, early 80s. That is also my old one, that Hot Wheels Knight Rider car from Japan. I also had one signed by William Daniels, although that one here belongs to Glenn. These got chromes up here. The 1 of 25 scale Revels down here, I love the detail of those. They look at the Assassin and all that. He's got the good Auto World / Greenlight one there. He's got the one with Steve McQueen driving there. He's got that regular one there. I don't know where I'm gonna put that thing, guys. Anyway, I'll let him figure it out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know we've talked a lot about the Bullitts before. I've showed the Bullitts in a lot of videos before. I still get people asking about Bullitt and my opinion of it. And that's the first time I've unboxed that car, believe it or not. So I had to share it with you guys since it's one that I'm always talking about. Like I said, if you are curious about comparing the three cars for the new viewers, the Greenlight, the ERTL, and the Auto Art, I will put a link in the description for you guys to check that out. I'm also going to put the link in the description for the unboxing of the Auto Art Bullitt as well. That way you guys could check that out if you haven't done it, if you're a new subscriber. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I have the undaunting task now. I'm going to be starting to put some cars that I've had out for unboxing videos like the previous video back onto their bases and into the box. And the crappy thing is these are some of the ones that are a pain in the butt to get on. So I got to do that right now. But anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Please smash the like button for me because it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing and it keeps me motivated and it keeps me consistent and it makes me say, Neil, put out another video today because they're enjoying it. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends about it. And as always, happy hunting.
You mean you eat other people's lunches? Stop it!